Hey guys, welcome back. Tucker Fox here. We're playing a little bit of New World today. I just wanted to give you guys my closing thoughts as the preview for New World is coming to an end. So I guess we'll start with the pros. I really like that this game is open world. I really enjoy that it promotes kind of community gameplay in the sense when you're doing some of the harder like PvE stuff, fighting bosses and things. It really, you got to have a group to do that. Um, it's kind of controversial. They have a toggle PvP system. You can toggle into being PvP or toggle, being PvE, which you can turn on and off at any time at any outpost. I don't know. I'll be honest. I thought it sounded kind of dumb. As I've been playing, it seems to be all right. I don't mind it. I think it works for what they're trying to go for. I think their resource nodes are pretty well laid out. There's quite an abundance of them, enough that you don't feel like you're ever fighting over resources too much with other players. Um, I think they're spread out on the map very, very well. The harder resources in the hard zones. I'd say the one thing that irritated me, but I understand, is a lot of the harder, like, end game resources were all guarded by, like, bosses and or not necessarily bosses, but very difficult creatures, which was somewhat irritating. But hey, it's just part of the game. Got to level up. Got to fight them. I think the crafting is pretty well fleshed out. They have some really neat recipes. I mean, they're not too intense, like where you need just absolutely ridiculous amounts of stuff to make an item, but they're also not, I don't think, too simple. Like, a tier 2, 3 item, you need, 3, 4 different elements. So I think that's about right. Not too complicated, not too simple. The XP rate, I don't know if they raised it for this. It feels maybe just a little bit fast, but it felt good. It felt good. I wouldn't trade it. If they were like, yeah, this is what we were thinking we wanted for the game, I would be more than happy with that. I love being able to level up and craft some cool stuff. I didn't actually get to reach any of the end game crafting, but some of my guild members did, and they really enjoyed that. Now the cons, they do not have. It's not a full open world PvP anymore. They've changed it. Like I was telling you, it's toggle. I do kind of wish they would have like one zone where you had PvP. That would be, I think, like you were forced into it kind of thing. I don't know what they would put up there. Maybe some bosses or some special loot or something, just to encourage it just a little bit more. Ranged weapons just feel kind of weak. Like, I don't know. I Some of the guys were telling me when you get, to level 10 with a weapon, like when you level it up and you get to your, 10th skill point or whatever, then the weapons start to feel, the ranged weapons feel good. I didn't get that far. I didn't do range. Other than maybe a little bit with magic, but I didn't skill into magic either. Um, the the other thing is you kind of need a group in this game. Take it how you will. I know some people really enjoy being solo players, but you kind of need a group if you're going to go and do portals and things. And the reason I say kind of is because you can be PvE flagged or PvP flagged and still go up north or find portals where people are doing them and just kind of, fight alongside them. It really doesn't matter what faction they're from, and you'll still get XP and things. But it's harder to find that if you don't, have a group to do it with. Um, and then it feels light on PvE content. I mean, so you've got some quests, which are kind of usually it's go and kill something or go and find something, which is fine. I'm not a hater on diversity, but I do wish they had like kind of more Conan Exiles type stuff where it was like go in this dungeon and kill this boss and you get to learn this recipe. Just something to maybe throw a little, I don't know, a little jazz in the mix. But other than that, the only other critique I'd have for them is I wish they would bring back free building. I kind of understand where they're going, why they didn't really want it, just because they wanted to kind of centralize combat locations and centralize crafting locations. But I wish they would bring it back. And if they don't want to do it over the whole map, fine. But maybe, like I was saying, with like the PvP zones, or maybe create some kind of other zone where you could do that. Because I mean, if I pull up the map here and I zoom way out, whoops. You'll notice, if you look closely around the edges of the map, there is a lot more map that they haven't revealed to us. And I believe back when I played the alpha, there was a lot more map that they've closed off just for this like preview of the game. So maybe we'll see. If the community wants it, they said they'd be willing, with enough uh, ask that they would do it. But anyway, guys, that's what I think. I think it's still worth the time. I think it's still worth the money. I have thoroughly enjoyed it. This is my last video until probably November if they decide to give me a key. Come November, they'll be opening up another alpha, but they're going to be sending keys like once a week, and it's kind of just random. I might get a key, I might not get a key. But if not, oh well. During this time where we're not playing New World anymore, I'm going to be playing Dual Universe, and you are welcome to join me. I believe you can go, and Dual Universe is aiming more for a subscription-based gameplay. So far, I think they've got some pretty good stuff going on. If you can't, or if you don't like the servers being a little bit, uh, I guess I would say a little laggy, then just wait. It's still, it's beta, it's early, they're still polishing it, but it's really interesting what they're trying to do. It's like they're trying to have a single shard universe with, thousands of people in the same server at the same time, and it's supposed to run decently smooth, which I was just talking to one of the developers yesterday, and he said that it did run smooth, and then they pushed out a patch, and then it messed some things up, but their engineers are working on it. So hopefully, if they patch this beta, hopefully it'll fix all of that. But hey, you guys can always just watch me play it and struggle through it, and I'll try to put out some how-tos and maybe just some gameplay. And if you're into the kind of crafting survival genre and you're kind of into space-type gameplay, you are welcome to join me or just hang out. I love having you. Anyway, guys, have a good one. Tucker out.